Yeah, it's Friday. Let's go, baby. We got Junior here already. Michael, Donner, Tyrannosaur, Totinotuch, sorry for butchering your username. Bad Warriors, Viking of Black, Alejandros, Monochromer, Darko, Gabriel Estabile, sorry for butchering your usernames, but I'm playing at the same time, so I'm excused. Alejandros, Darko Djikovic, wow. We got Keisuke. We got D. Shrabon. Hey, we got jazz guitar video lessons. What's up? I'm guessing you offer jazz guitar video lessons. Something about your username. Yeah, we got Fred, my man. You're first on YouTube. Cornfields are warm. Storming, but warm. Okay. Rainy, storming. Yeah, we still have winter here. Hola, desde Chile. What's up, Tutai Nostra? Sorry for that one. We got Axel from Switzerland. I'm in Stockholm, Sweden, so not that far away. And by the way, many people confuse our countries. Have you ever countered that phenomenon? I hope levels are okay. You're hearing both my guitar and the backing track. Maybe a bit of my speaking as well. Daryl from Washington, it must be early morning for you, man. What time is it? Axel, are you also from the US? Where are you guys from? Feel free to drop me a city and country. I don't play jazz music. I just do some outside fusion stuff when I'm in the mood, you know, that kind of thing. Daryl, thank you. I do shred occasionally. Do let me know if you have any questions. Oh, so you were from Switzerland. Okay, sorry, I'm confusing things. Trying to keep the notes in my head. So if you're in Switzerland, then yes, you're not suffering from early morning syndrome. Or maybe you were up late shredding, who knows? Could suffer anyway. So if you define jazz music as improvised music, then yes, I play jazz all the time. But a lot of people think of jazz as, bebop and that kind of thing, and I don't do that. Okay, trash and death metal. That's gonna be hard to fit in over this. Let's see. No. Okay, sorry, I give up on playing trash over this. Daryl is asking on Instagram, did you find yourself using a metronome to build speed? Yes. And you've seen me in these sessions use like a drum machine. I love a drum machine just because I think it gives me more groove than a simple metronome. But best is of course backing tracks, or if you can play with a real drummer maybe. So I have used a metronome quite a bit to build speed. And especially in my early years, I was really addicted to, these classic guitar shredder routine where I would spend anywhere between 3 or 4 to 8 hours per day, just different exercises. These days, just playing exercises over the metronome doesn't inspire me as much. What I do instead is basically what I'm doing here, just trying to combine all these licks, ideas, may it be shred or melody or something else, and just put it together and make it my own style. That's pretty much the only thing that interests me these days. So yeah, answer is yes, I used to, but no, I don't do it anymore as much. So let's try some more. So by the way, I'm in C minor, if you guys want to tune in. Cool, from Nigeria, we're far apart then. But music connects us. Cool. Cheetan is asking, how do I become better at knowing the fretboard? In order to play all over the fretboard, the first thing is kind of visualize different scale boxes, right? And that's the easy part. You can use root notes and octave patterns to help you with that. So if you have an A note here, then there's also an A note here and an A note here. That is helpful because when you learn these scale boxes, you typically learn also where the root note is. So all you have to do if you want to move from A minor to C minor is move the root note. Okay, but again, this is the easy part, and a lot of people confuse sort of visualizing these patterns on the fretboard with actually playing them and making music, but those are two totally different things. So what you really need to do in order to play the kind of lines I'm doing here, where I'm moving around the fretboard, is to learn licks and patterns. And once you know a couple of them, then you can start moving them around within those scale boxes that you have visualized over the fretboard. Okay, so it's a multi-step process, First learn a couple of patterns and licks, then learn to combine them, then learn moving them around, and then finally visualize the entire fretboard in order to move them around on the entire fretboard. Luckily, I actually did a free Patreon thing on this, on my Patreon. Who would have thought? So you can check it out in the theory section if you want to, where I explain it in depth and show you kind of the patterns I use for, or actually the scale, the adjacent scale boxes you can use for moving around. Pablo from Brazil, what's up? So Daryl, here's an application for that. I'm trying to take something simple now. I'm in C sharp minor now because I'm tuned down a half step. You could do like, so here's a simple pattern. Let's see. So there is just one pattern. Now obviously what I do when I improvise is I won't repeat the same pattern as often because it sounds boring. It's a good practice tool, but if you want something that sounds interesting, then you need basically constant variations, right? But I can show you just like maybe a basic sliding pattern. So if you have E minor, the box on the 12th fret here, you could slide into the 14th fret. So you play 14, 12, 14, and then you can slide into box 2, which would be 16, 15, 17, and there you have that movement for between two adjacent scale boxes. In this case, it's going to be like E minor pentatonic. So it sounds a little bit boring, but just that it can be cool if you add a lick there at the end, maybe. So it's all what you make of it, right? Or you can keep on sliding. So we've done 14, 12, 14, 16, 15, 17. You can then slide up to 17, 18, and 20, like that. So you get, and again, if you come up with something interesting at the end, it can sound more interesting. So again, it's a multi-step process where you first kind of get the basic tools, you start connecting them, you start seeing what you can do, and then you start working on combining all of your licks, you know, within that framework of moving things around. And again, if you want the actual scale boxes for this, I actually did them in a live stream like a week ago, and I made a Patreon tutorial on it, so you have it in the theory section on my Patreon. Okay, let's try some more. Exactly, jazz guitar video lesson. Music is fantastic for connecting people. Oh, I don't know superheroes, the Racer X. Sorry, I don't play any cover songs anymore. All I do is basically what I teach. Try to, you know, develop my own style and put cool stuff together and improvise, you know. I have stopped playing other people's music since 20 years ago. Sorry, I wish I could do it because it would be fun in these sessions, but it just doesn't interest me anymore, that kind of thing. Thank you, Daryl. Daryl says my finger control is 100%. I think I can pin comments here. Can we pin that? That would be freaking awesome. It's pinned, Daryl. Thank you so much. It's a bit self-obsessed, but hey, I'm happy you said that. Thank you, Jet Guitar Video Lesson. Alba, I do love Rammstein. Yeah, very cool band. Maybe this backing track has some similarities. It's actually a backing track I did by myself here, and I put it on YouTube. It's called 7/4 Metal Hybrid backing track in C minor. Yeah, Uli John Roth, I haven't listened that much, but he's a big inspiration to Yngwie, and I have been inspired by Yngwie. I've never learned many of his things, but I did get a chance to collaborate quite a bit with Marcus Lavendel on the GMC website, and he was very into Yngwie, and I learned a lot from him, so it's like second hand. But Yngwie learned from Uli, so you know, the connection is there. Thank you, Bangladesh. Good to see you again, by the way. No need to apologize, Daryl. It was me that tried to pin your comment. I don't know if everybody can see it, or if it's just me that sees it pinned. No problem, Daryl, about the explanation there. Do let me know if you have other questions. By the way, the reason I'm warmed up now and I'm doing some shredding here is because I've spent the first 2 hours recording shorts for you with these kind of things. So I'm warmed up with this shredding. Usually I warm up with you guys, so you don't get the shredding until an hour or so. But now I'm already warmed up, and that also means we have some cool shorts content coming where I break down some of the things I'm doing here. Thank you, Daryl. I think I'm inspirational. Big thanks, man. So, do we have, oh, this one is tricky. Here's another backing track. This is more trashy. I realized this, or I recorded this because I wanted something speedy and aggressive, but then it was almost too fast for me, you know, 150 BPM. Let's see if it's easier now that I'm warmed up. Still insanely hard to lock in with the groove, I think. It's so fast. Amos, Darlong, we started 20 minutes ago. Welcome. It's pretty fast. So all of these backing tracks are from my playlist on my YouTube channel called Chris Backing Tracks. But here's a slower one, or a super slow one. So that's gonna feel very different, I think. Ooh, I like it. Oh, Amos, your guitar neck broke. Yeah, you're the one where it broke Gibson style, right? The head broke. Okay, so still E flat minor. So Daryl, my YouTube channel is Christopher Dahl 1, but if you Google for Christopher Dahl, I think it's the first thing that comes up. Otherwise, you can find all these links in my bio. Sorry, Yatoy, I don't know any psychosocial. Yeah, we got my man Eisenkeiler. Wie geht's heute? Bist du ein guter Leute? Is that even correct? My German has been better. So my challenge for this kind of thing is to try to have a motif and be a bit more repetitive in my motif. It's very easy when you're just, I don't know, thinking about reading the chat or something. It's easy to just shred. So yeah. Eisencal, Chris. That's a name I recognize, but not the spelling. You know what? Let's try another one. D minor. I'm scared of belts. Big fan. Thank you, man. Good to have you here. Daryl subscribed. Big thanks, man. Eisenkehler. Today I'm playing the Boogie, Mesa Boogie Mark V through the, like a greenback speaker. Thank you, Soham on Instagram. Cool, Eisenkehler. Thanks for digging the sound. Right now I'm not using any pedals at all in front of the amp. I just have a bit of reverb and delay in the loop. And I find myself doing more and more on that, especially when I tried the Origin, which I just got. I just realized how cool it is to just connect directly to your amp. You know, even though I only use analog pedals, still there's something happening in between which I don't like. So this is really nice. Just the amp and a bit of reverb and delay. Guitar Bastion, what's up, man? Good to have you. Reacher on Instagram, what's up? Woo! Lots of notes in there. Yes, well spotted, Eisenkehler. This is a pretty shallow scallop, but it's also pretty standard, like you said, Yngwie style scallop. This one I had it professionally done, but I've done a few scallops myself, and on those I've only scalloped close to the fret wire. So this is a bit more wood sacrificed. Had I done it today, I probably would have thought other, but back then, yeah, it was my first scallop. I had no clue what to do. But it's still one of my favorite guitars, so I guess I must have done something right. This is actually metal prog backing track. I did a lesson with this one on GMC, I think. Is it this one? Yes, it's this one. But this is just a backing track, and it's on my backing track playlist. What happened to my playlist? Oh, there it is. Let's try another one. This is slow, heavy. Could work. E minor. Do your shit, Guitar Bastion, and get back to us later on. A bit of a fun backing track because it has some super groovy, almost like swingy element coming in the chorus. And if you've seen my stuff, you know that I love being a bit swingy occasionally. I think I got that from Blues Saraceno, because typically like rock guitars don't do that. It's a jazz thing, at least the heavy swing, you know. Sure, there's a little bit of swing in the groove if you think like Satch's Boogie and that kind of thing, but it's not really that extreme. It's not, you know, like that sounds almost dorky, I think, to a lot of rock guitarists. But I think it's cool and grooves. I don't think it's dorky. Maybe I'm just a dork. It's not impossible. Take a little practice break from the improvising there. Just you know, when I start feeling repetitive, that's a good thing to try. Hey John, what's up? So I'm not using the Tweed now, sorry. And I'm not using the Marshall. I'm using the cab below the Marshall, and then I'm using the Mesa Boogie amp. You can see there's a little light glowing there. So it's basically the Boogie connected to a greenback speaker. That's what you're hearing. Ooh, can you talk about how to use the mixolydian? Question on Instagram. How do you use the mixolydian? So let's play a little bit and I can try to give you some tips there. Okay, so it's good fun. For me, the mixolydian mode is just some extra notes added to the dominant 7 arpeggio. So I always think in terms of dominant 7 arpeggio. So if we're in E, or at least in the 12th position here, I'm tuned to E flat. So I think of the E mixolydian, the E dominant 7 arpeggio, which has 4 notes from that mixolydian mode. So let me show you that, and maybe it'll help you out. So 12 on the E string, 16, 14, 12, 14, 13, 12, 15, 12, 16. So if that went by fast, you can rewatch the stream later. It's basically 12, 16, 14, 12, 14, 13, 12, 15, 12, 16. So those are like the strong notes from the mixolydian mode. Now, if we add another 3 notes, we get the mixolydian mode. But what I tend to do, a bit like you can use like the pentatonic scale, and then you play some cool blues licks, and then you add some like some faster run maybe from the minor scale, you know, like that's your pentatonic scale, and then maybe you add this. So that would be your minor scale added on top, and it makes it a little bit easier to play fast. So we can do the same thing, but with the mixolydian mode. So we're gonna play the dominant 7 arpeggio. That's gonna be sort of our bluesy licks, and then we can add these mixolydian notes in between. So if we start with the bluesy dominant 7 licks, and then mixolydian. You know, so that's how I tend to use it. But you could also just try playing the mixolydian mode whenever there's like a, you know, a 7 chord or a groove with a 7 chord, you know. So that would be like something. And yes, taboos, you could definitely use the mixolydian mode to play outside of the box. It's actually perfect for that. So if you have like E minor pentatonic, and you want to get some super outside sounds, just play the E mixolydian mode. Let me try that. Here was your standard box 1, pentatonic, 12 frets. How do you go outside of that? You can do. There's your mixolydian mode. So that went by a bit fast, I realized that. But you can think of it as throw in the mixolydian scale and then try to like slide back into the pentatonic scale. So or wait. So I'm playing E mixolydian, and then I move back into pentatonic. You do the same in the other direction. So if I play the pentatonic scale, and that's when I moved into the mixolydian mode. So it's all about finding, you know, natural ways, or no, a way that feels natural, sounds natural, to slide in between these scales. And you can pretty much always add some outside notes if you do it carefully. Now, if you're playing, like I said, the 7 vamp, like dominant chords or 7 chords, then you usually have much more freedom. But even without that, you can still throw in some outside stuff. I do that all the time now, and I try to get better at it, so I practice that quite a bit. So different outside concepts. And you actually made me think of working more with the mixolydian here. So let me practice that a little bit and see if I can maybe come up with some ideas around it. Maybe I should have clarified to John there that the reason I'm using the Boogie today and not the Marshall is the Marshall on itself is not really a high gain amp for this kind of lead thing. I could probably turn it into that with some pedals, but the Marshall, I've mostly used it so far for like vintage style rock riffs and that kind of thing. That's why I wanted it, you know, this plexi-like feel. So probably I'll experiment with plugging pedals into it, but I just haven't gotten to it yet. What I am experimenting with now, and that I got a little bit inspired by the Marshall amp, actually. Just plugging straight into it sounded so good without all the pedal stuff. And I tried that with the Boogie and it sounded amazing. So it's like, maybe I don't need all these freaking pedals. So right now you're only hearing some reverb and delay pedals, but no pedals in the chain at all in front of the amp. Typically I have a whole pedal board connected and usually a bit of overdrive and maybe compression or a booster in front of the amp. But I start to feel that there's a pretty noticeable signal degradation with all those cables. So right now I really enjoy just plugging into the amps. So we'll see, maybe that's the future. We'll see. Senya, long time no see. How are you doing? Cool. So Tabos is asking, how can I practice on triads? Triads, how I use triads is usually with the sweep arpeggios. I don't really think of them. Well, yeah, okay. So, okay, I do both sweep and phrase with them, but my absolute most common shape is usually just the major triad shape. Doing good, Senya, doing good. I've been been doing these live streams much more often, so hopefully I'll catch you again, but a lot of times in the my afternoon, but today I do it a bit earlier. But I'm doing good. It's almost spring here in Sweden, so I can't wait to get out in the sun, actually. Okay, so back to the triads. So what I do a lot is throw in these major triads. So if you think of the pentatonic box on the 12th fret, I like to use the C major triad arpeggio, and you can really use it with like blues. So here's how it looks. 15th fret A string, 14th fret D string, 12th fret G string, 13th fret B string, 12th fret, and then 15. That's the major triad, C major triad. So what you can do in the key of E minor is play this, and then when you reach the top, you transition or morph into your E minor pentatonic licks. Now you don't have to play it as fancy, it sounds pretty cool on its own, you can just do so a lot of cool applications there. Yeah, you changed the pickup on your Gibson. That's awesome, man. So what are you using, or what are you going to be using? Are you going from the classic factory Gibson pickups to something else? So I can, Tabos, I can try jamming around with that specific triad. I strayed. Oh, you're getting a P90 Gibson from every, oh. So you're getting a P90. I'm very jealous because I don't have a P90 guitar. So that's something on my my list. I'd like to get that because I find myself playing more and more only the single coil guitars. Even though these are like fake single coils, still sound more single coil than my humbuckers. But also on my Telecaster, I have real single coils, and I just love them. So P90s are on my wish list. We'll see. Okay, so you don't have the Gibson pickups in the original guitar. Okay. Taboos, the pleasure is mine. Thanks for all these good questions. It keeps these streams very instructional, and I like that, so please keep them coming. I'm trying to get better at those outside arpeggios. And Hype Bailey Bangan. Big thanks for the great words, man. I love this Fender as well. To those wondering, this is an American Deluxe. It's the 50th anniversary reissue, so it's a little bit different. It has Swamp Ash instead of Older, but it has the S1 switch, which I actually use quite a bit. It gives me that humbucker-ish kind of sound. Disengage with it. Especially if you listen to a fast run without it. Has a bit more definition without it, but with it, it sounds a little bit fatter. This is with. It works well for the bridge pickup. Without it. Yeah, it's sounding very Malmsteen, and I've set it up to sound like Malmsteen because I have 08 strings and I tuned down to E flat, and the noiseless SCN pickups, I guess they're not as hot as Yngwie's stacked pickups, but they are stacked and they are noiseless, so it's, you know, it's close. Maybe his sounds better, I don't know, but I think I want to do more variety of different styles and sounds, I think, than what he would typically do. Cool, we got an Asian username that I can't pronounce. What's up? Sorry for being Swedish and not being able to. Could it be Japanese? Or maybe Korean? But yeah, I'm in the Malmsteen mood now, so that's why you're hearing all these. Oh, that's a good one. I don't know any Sleep Token. Sorry, man. And I don't do any cover songs either. I stopped playing cover songs for like 20 years ago. So these pickups are actually the stock pickups. They're the Seymour Cobalt Noiseless or something, SCN pickups. But they were stock quite a while on the Fender guitars. And they got like various critique, but I think that basically I think Fender maybe marketed a little bit too much like the perfect compromise between twang and volume and noiselessness. But it's not a twangy pickup at all, but it's still a nice sounding pickup for, especially for the high gain stuff, but also for the clean stuff, but it's not twangy. Cool question there. Oh, we got Kizar as well. Third day in a row he catches my stream on Instagram. That's awesome, man. Good to see you, Kizar. We got Public Department of Science here. Sorry, man, I don't play any cover songs. Sorry for that. What style of licks, in your opinion, can go along with neoclassic style? So yeah, Yngwie does some bluesy stuff with the neoclassical. And these days it's a lot of shred though and a little bit of bending, but back in the days he was very creative, I think, with that kind of stuff. Now I don't like to really lock myself into specific type of licks. So that's why you hear me do the neoclassical stuff and then like jazzy outside notes. So for example, I might start with some bending or some bluesy licks, and then maybe something like that. But what I like to do also is maybe that kind of, that's fusion, that's outside. I'm playing an E minor and then I'm throwing in a major arpeggio which is completely outside of the key, C sharp major, and it cannot sound good, but it sounds like a punch in the face before you get back to the tonality. Triad on Instagram, thank you so much. I am the best. I'm not sure I agree, but I appreciate it. Okay, let's try some more. So that's not English, it's just borrowed stuff. Let's do some more of that. Again. But if you just stick to the blues stuff, it does sound great. It's a style I guess he came up with. He and Richie Blackmore, maybe a bit of Uli John Roth. So of course what I do is I think I add a bit more outside notes and even borrow a bit like country stuff. So I think it goes down to I try to play as much outside notes as possible, and that takes me wherever, and whenever I add the minor third meets major third, like it's gonna sound country-ish, and I don't mind. I think that's a great sound, just as you can combine whatever he would do, and then throw in I think you can definitely throw in some country in there as well. Ossi, det är en giljotin, och sen jag började införa giljotin så gör alla mina gitarrelever sina läxor. Jag förstår inte varför. So Ossi is asking about the guillotine in the background, and I just told him that, yeah, ever since I got it, all my guitar students do their homework. Wonder why. So add hype. It might sound difficult to understand, but I don't really play this stuff over like jazz standards and 251s. So from my perspective, it isn't at all as complicated. All I'm thinking is, avoid the allowed notes. So if you're playing your E minor scale, it's like, okay, which notes are not in there? That, those notes are not in there. It just happens to be a C sharp major triad arpeggio, but you don't even need to understand that. You just need to, you can just play them, and you're gonna hear it sounds so bad. But if you work on that, and of course this is not easy to do from the beginning when you don't have any flow. It's an intermediate advanced thing. When you start being able to move around in your scales, that's when it becomes interesting to add an extra layer of color. So, but if you're there, you can definitely just grab outside, non-allowed notes. Teardad on Instagram is asking, do I have online classes? I do, yes, on my website, christopherdahl.com. There should be a link somewhere here. So let's try some more of that outside stuff. Ouch! Sometimes. Wow. Actually, we got the request today to play some mixolydian, and it struck me that that's another super cool scale that you can use as outside inspiration. So I'm just playing again like the 12th position E minor pentatonica, and then I try play the E mixolydian scale, and it's completely, or it's kind of wrong as well. Lots of wrong notes there. So let's try that. Just to set the tonality, I'm playing in E minor. And that sounds fusion, it sounds outside, and it's really not something Yngwie would do. But it still sounds a bit like Yngwie if we throw in those neoclassic runs. Or how about that's also classic Yngwie. Still not really able to play those outsides convincingly. Lots of fun. So are we getting warmed up for the weekend or not? Yeah, Guitar Bastion is back. What's your opinion on going out of key to add a bit of spice on an improv? Say putting A sharp in A minor. Exactly. So I love doing that. And that's what we've been discussing here. I do that all the time. So we can do same for A minor. Oops. I'm already out of key because I'm out of tune. So if we do A minor, so you can just go to A sharp minor if you want to. So that sounds okay. You can do it. You can go one position down instead and play like the fifth position of A sharp minor, and it sounds a bit less predictable perhaps. Wait, one more time. So that works for sure, but I prefer like other arpeggios, and that's what we've been speaking about here. So, if, for example, if I'm in E minor, that kind of thing, which is really out. So I play both like the major 7, so E flat major 7 with a Lydian note, and I play C sharp major. And you can hear how outside it sounds. So this is really good fun and something I'm exploring basically. Are you playing in a band? Ossaniberg. You're Swedish, so I should be able to pronounce your name. What is it? Ossaniberg. Ossani. Is that your name? Ossani and then Berg? Ossaniberg? Whatever. So I'm not playing in a band currently. I'd love to get back to playing in a band, but most of my playing is just in my studio these days. I'm hot. Thank you, Guitar Bastion. We gotta pin that topic. Pin comment. Ooh. Did that even work? Yeah. No, I think I pinned the wrong comment. Damn it. I wanted to pin that I was hot, and I pinned something else. Oh no. Well, there you get for wanting to experiment. Never do that again. Well, I could explain slap guitar, but I suck at that. Okay, Ossa is your nickname. I really can't do slap. Yeah, I wanted to pin that I was hot, and now I'm getting all sorts of interesting pins here. Yeah, man, never do that again. Oh, it's a Spanish motorcycle. Hi, I had no idea. Awesome. So yeah, I'm really crappy at slap on bass, on well, any guitar, but how can I freaking unpin? This drives me crazy. I don't think it's possible. Oh, I did it. Thank you. Never pin again. So if you want to try that, well, it's classic slapping. It's a little bit hard to grasp, I guess. It sounds much better on a single coil, I think. So you're gonna slap it with the side of your thumb, and the only way to get control is to mute with your left hand once done. So I guess that would be a good starting exercise. Just hit the open E string, and then I mute with the left hand. So hit, mute, hit, mute. And then once we're done with that, I guess you could do the same on the A string, which I really haven't done, so I can't say I'm in control. Now, it starts to sound a bit more like slap when you add some like hammer-ons from nowhere. So what I'm doing is 0 and then hammer-on from nowhere, 5, 6, 7. That sounds more interesting to me. And then finally I add like a pop note. So I'm sure you've heard slap and pop. So you can play the 5th fret on the D string for that. Like that. So Haha, man. Too crappy at that stuff. Why do people use P90s if humbuckers give equal or more output whilst bucking the 60 cycle hum? Oh, that's a good question. And it's interesting because we had another user, I think it was Sonia, who was just going to change to P90s. And I'm also looking at P90s. The big reason to choose P90s is because P90s are single coils. Single coils are freaking awesome. That's why you want to choose them. But they're beefier than single coils. They're more than single coils. Single coils can sometimes be perceived as a bit thin. But if you're only looking for noise cancellation, you really shouldn't be getting any P90s. Then it's humbuckers, right? Whether it be like fake single coils. Here, these are stacked humbuckers. So not single coils, but they still sound single coil-ish. So you get P90s because you like the sound punchy or not punchy, but twangy sound of single coils, but you want a bit more beef than in your single coils. You don't get P90s to avoid hum. That would be my take on it, but I've never really owned a P90 guitar, so I'd like to get one at some point. Sorry, no, I don't know the Ascending the Contender Surrender. It's a really nice, the Alien Love Sick is a very cool album. Oh, what am I doing? No distortion. Freaking hell. Woo! So you know what? I'm getting hungry. I'm getting hungry and I have to eat, so I have to thank you for being around. This was a really fun session. It's always cool when I do these in a different time zone or different time of the day, because I reach people in a different time zone. That's pretty cool. So we saw some new faces here, new faces here that we haven't seen in a long time, and faces that we haven't seen in a long time, and absolutely no faces. So we're good, we're good, we're good. Yeah, that was awesome. You guys are the best. I wish you a great weekend, and hopefully I'll live stream during the weekend as well. But either way, have a really cool weekend with lots of guitar playing and practicing. Remember, you can do it. All that takes is practice. Have a good one. See ya. Cheers.